we will be examining another right, part of the rights based development. This is Right to Service Guarantee Act there. You must have seen that is a large number of people keep on grousing and complaining that they have to visit a public office a number of times for getting a caste certificate, or for that matter other certificates which are necessary either for higher education or for other entitlements there. Sensing the necessity for a kind of a protection to the largest citizenry, large number of people in this country there, state governments have taken a step forward in guaranteeing government services. So how it is? This part we will be beginning with the Right to Service Guarantee Act, another rights-based approach where time-bound service delivery is ensured to the citizens there. Some such effort was made, which was not part of the rights-based development, but as Citizens Charter. We cannot say it failed, but it did not have a kind of a legal compulsion on bureaucracy to render services on demand. Now will be this legislation in public service delivery is now in implementation by various state governments there. Its objective is to eliminate hassles in availing government services and also ensure specified time frames for rendering service to the people there who are all dependent on the public bureaucracies there. This now converted into Act provided government services as entitlements. Accordingly, deficiency or delay in providing the services meant that the citizens could appeal to the authorities designated as per the Act and hold them accountable there. So one of the basic difference you must be noticing that is between the colonial bureaucracy and the modern bureaucracies which are now under the stare of Public Service Guarantee Act. The essential difference is you need to hold the entire bureaucracy accountable for execution or non-execution of various works that are expected from the systems there. So a significant feature of this legislation is that it was initiated at the state level. In this cooperative federalism, innovation from the states is also taken as an important benchmark for our best practice to be emulated even by the union government there. This is one case. If you peep into the evolution of this, Madhya Pradesh, which is located in the central part of the country, is first to introduce Madhya Pradesh Lok Seva Guarantee Adhiniyam, MPLSGA, popularly known as Madhya Pradesh Public Service Guarantee Act 2010. This act aimed at providing services like issue of certificates, renewal and other government services in a framework, in a time frame as promised. For this, various government services of the departments of Madhya Pradesh government were brought into the ambit of the act in a phased manner, and fixed timelines were built into the delivery of each of the services there. Actually, the Bihar was the second state to introduce Public Service Delivery Act in the country. As of 2018, nearly 22 states and 1 union territory introduced the rights-based service delivery legislations for providing better services to the citizens there. So the union government too in 2011 introduced the right of citizens for time-bound delivery of goods and services and redressal of their grievances. But the bill lapsed due to the dissolution there. And let us note what is the main objective. To lay down an obligation upon every public authority to publish Citizens Charter, stating therein the time within which specified goods shall be supplied and services rendered, and provide for grievance redressal mechanism for non-compliance of citizens charter and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. This is what the objective is, as you can see there. The perspective of the number of states which introduced this act, it has brought in various services to the departments under the ambit of respective state guarantees act there. And it also becomes, it's worthwhile to mention here that a related legislation, interestingly, was introduced by Bihar, and and it went a step further to introduce Bihar Right to Public Grievance Redressal Act 2015, which aims at redressal of citizens' grievances related to any government program, scheme or service in a time-bound manner. Now you have seen the objective of MNREGA and the objective behind public service, and also the redressal, right to redressal introduced by Bihar. What is the way forward from these two acts into the general sphere called rights-based development, general domain called the rights-based development there. It appears that to say it has to become a demand-driven rather than just simply supply-driven. That means people should come forward to demand a service than in possibly government offices displaying rights of the citizens there. How to make it demand-driven? Perhaps part of it, the responsibility falls on civil society to empower the citizens there. Okay, let us conclude the presentation on rights-based development, a policy perspective, policy and performance there. Rights-based development actually places a greater burden on bureaucracy to be responsive, accountable, and rights-based development, on the other hand, provides great relief to the citizens there. Even then, studies are showing that so far governments have been making it a supply-driven program there. Actually, rights-based development initiatives need to be seen from the perspective of demand-driven there. That means large number of workers are expected to take advantage of the right to employment. So what is the scenario? In your respective areas, perhaps you can observe and make an analysis. So the concluding remark in this is that rights-based programs need to be made demand-driven, and program, if you look at it, largely programs are all allocation based there. You will be allocating to a program, whether such allocations are fully utilized or not. Taking the rights-based approach is an important challenge for students of public policy analysis, and rights-based legislations need to be seen in the larger context of promoting awareness about citizens' rights in a democracy.